Hello boys and girls, I hope you're doing well. Give me a thumbs up. Can you see the sun setting behind me? It's a lovely evening once again, and I'm still out walking. It's no longer February, so no longer February fitness. It's March now, and I'm still out walking. I suppose I'll have to call this Marching March. And I hope you're still doing exercise, because it's good for you and it's fun and it makes you feel so well. In the last story, I told you how that Jesus was sleeping at the back of the boat, and the disciples were so worried because of the storm raging all around them, and how that Jesus stood up and with just a few words he stilled the storm. What an amazing thing to do. Be calm. Well, eventually Jesus and the disciples crossed back over the lake to the village where Jesus lived, Capernaum. And when he arrived, all of the villagers came rushing out. They wanted to see him. They hadn't seen him for a little while. And the news of the things that he could do was spreading like wildfire. And everybody wanted to see Jesus. And as he and the disciples got off the boat, everybody was crowding around him, jostling him for position, trying to get closer to him. But there was one woman who was desperate. You see, she'd been ill for 12 years. And she'd spent all of her money on medicines, on cures, going to see doctors, and none of it had helped. And she was still terribly ill. She was desperate. And so she really wanted to get close to Jesus, but she couldn't. No matter how hard she pushed through, it seemed she couldn't get any closer. And it seemed she'd never get to speak to him. So in the end, she decided to do the only thing that she could, and she believed it would be enough, just to touch his clothes. And she did. And immediately she knew that she was healed. Jesus stopped and he spoke, and everybody went silent. He said, "Who touched me?" And one of his disciples, Peter, said, "Who touched you? Really? All these people? Everyone pushing?" Jesus said, "Somebody touched me, and power went out from amongst me." And the little woman, she stepped forward and she said, "It was me." And Jesus said, "Be comforted. Your faith has saved you. Go in peace." And she did. And she was. And she was never ill from that again. Jesus healed her. What can we learn from that story? Well, I think it's this. Be determined. Sometimes you just got to do what you have to do. Don't let anybody stop you. There may be discouragers. There may be people who get in the way, seek to stop you. But there's something you need to do. Well, do it. And keep at it until it's done. It might be to help someone else. It might be to help yourself. You may need the help of somebody else. Somebody else to comfort you, to strengthen you. Somebody just to help you out. Well, be determined. Don't give up. Do what you have to do. Be determined. Thank you.